Hello, my friends. How are you? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Is anybody there? Oh, Phoebus. Hello. Oh, no wonder you're there. Good morning, Bundy Bear. Albert Greshams, Reverend Howe, 21 others. That's a shame if you were the others. Foggy Fogarty, Rhonda Schultz, Gargoyle Statuary, Music Mac Jamie, Jill Norman and Scott. Hey, Abracadabra. Mark Wilson, not my cousin, but he's my cousin. He's closer than my real cousin. Ah, Stefan Horlitz. Excellent. See that one, Stefan Horlitz? All right, let's get down to business here. The year is 1989. I am making two albums at once. One is Writing Gold Afternoon Fix. And the other one is an album called Remindlessness. And writing Remindlessness has been made much easier because Ensoniq, this keyboard company, have released this wonderful new keyboard called an EPS. And guess what? It plays samples. So this is the first time. This is 1980, like everyone playing samples now. It's on everything, but this in those days, before that you had to have a great big Fairlight or something really expensive, or like the Synclavier. But sort of 87 or 88 or something, the EPS has come out. I've got myself an EPS and I can finally achieve my ambition of making my grand opus, Remindlessness. What is remindlessness? To me, remindlessness was the fact that we are born over and over and over into this world, that we forget who we were before and all the things that happened to us, just like a man waking out of a dream, so convinced it was real. And yet, when it's all over and he wakes up in his bed, he goes, what a fool I was to even believe that. And then after a week, the dream's gone anyway, whether it was awful or remarkable. So remindlessness was the quality to me of this sort of super forgetfulness. Anyway, so I made this album called Remindlessness. It's a double album on vinyl. If you read the reviews of it, they were really good, and a few magazines and books in America that came out subsequently called it a masterpiece. Yeah, so that must be because some critics said it was, right? I didn't know it was until someone validated me. Anyway, so this is the thing. Lately, I've been going on Facebook and seeing this guy called Stefan Horlitz play Remindlessness on the piano forte, sitting in his house in Germany. This guy, I've known him since 2007. He's a very clever man. He's brilliant in English and writes some of the best reviews of the church I've ever read, even though he's dissecting lyrics and throwing things around, not in his native language. You've got to admire that. Can you imagine us English people, can you imagine how long we'd have to study German before we could write a good review in German about a German record? Not only that, but get right to the essence of it. So this guy, he's very good. He's very good at drawing. He's been playing Remindlessness on the piano. And I said to him, hey, why don't you send me the piano files? So he's re-recorded them specially. There's a little bit he was doing a lot of digressing, and I love that. As you know, I'm digressing all over the place. And my dad used to do that as well. He'd sit there and play the piano, and he'd just digress and digress. And my mother would say to me, why can't he just play the same bloody song for 2 minutes? Why does he have to digress and digress and digress? Anyway, so we have some digressions today from Stefan. I'm going to tell you what they are as they happen, though it should be a surprise, but I just want you to get ready for what's going to come. All right, so Stefan has his notes, not a split screen, sorry. It's just me, that was too... Hi, Stefan. Yes, you do understand my father. You do. That's exactly. It's like a conversation. You get on and you start digressing and digressing. Music should be like that too. It's horrible now. It always does the same old thing. Anyway, here's Remindlessness. Stefan, part 1. Okay, just part one. There's part two is going to come maybe next week, maybe the week after that. Part two is coming. So this is Remindlessness. Stefan has recorded the piano tracks on a real piano in Germany. There's no click track, there's no nothing. I've got a cue sheet from Stefan with little jokes. I really like this one. George Ellis will like this. Speeding up a little, accelerando, George would say. But on another one, he says, Ellis would say, I can't even read it, rallentando, I say slow down here, with a little smile. So they're the kind of comments I have, all right? It's flying by the seat of my pants. Hi, everybody. Look, I'm doing something serious here and you're just waving at each other. Whatever. Okay. Here we go. We're going to start off Remindlessness. Cheers, by the way. It's a cold. We're being battered by a fierce storm here in Coogee, and it's raining and windy. So we're going to start this whole thing off now. Thank you so much, Stefan Horlitz, for your hard work and your inspiration. We are now going to begin Remindlessness. Have I told you about the Neverness Hoax? A vile trick perpetrated on you innocent folks. Was it in the fall of 93, during the rise of the galaxy, a tiny shift in our trajectory, substance to the unimaginary, the Neverness Hoax. You smile, the Neverness Hoax. The Confederation was in disgrace. They jettisoned their rubbish into inner space. Sweet toxic love all over the place. Cupid's agent off his face. Ole. Have I told you about the Neverness Hoax? Religion to many, to others but of their jokes. There came a disturbance in the Indian Sea, something in the depths of monstrosity. An invisible woman was following me, trying to you smile immediacy, and you smile. The Neverness Hoax, and you smile. The Neverness Hoax. The mechanical royalties will never recover. Future back from an animal lover. Pleasure slides back one after another. Wouldn't you know it? It's the people who suffer from Neverness Hoax. And you smile. And you smile. And you smile. The Neverness Hoax. And you smile. Neverness Hoax. Thank you, my finks. I'm glad. Is everything in balance out there in Instagram land? Is like, do we need more piano? How do I remember those lyrics? They're tattooed on the inside of my brain. Do we need, is everything fine? We don't need more or less anything else? Okay, thank you. AWC McQuiggan says yes, so it's fucking yes for me. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Don't go away. Don't go away. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Eyes down and looking. Then I dream. Well, then I dreamed I was washed up in New Guinea, a castaway on a hostile shore. Purple waves of the salty ocean breaking, the music blowing underneath your bedroom door. Wouldn't you know it? And that's a fact. Wouldn't you know it? Just in time for your vanishing act. I said, hey, Isadora, get undressed. As if that's any way to treat a guest. Like the giant cliffs above us, propping up the sky. You'll become immortal on the day that you die. Woo! Wouldn't you know it? And that's a fact. Wouldn't you know it? Just in time for your vanishing act. Wouldn't you know it? Wouldn't you know it? Wouldn't you know it? And that's a fact. Wouldn't you know it? Just in time for your vanishing act. Woo! Invite everybody. Woo! Yeah, just in time for your vanishing act, baby. Woo! Yeah, 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 yeah. Stefan is rocking out. They say the Germans can't rock. I beg to differ now. What do you think? He's rocking and rolling. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on, I'm just going to prepare the next selection. This next song mentions Damien Lovelock. I've left it. I'm still singing it as if he's still alive. I wish he was. He was a sort of a friend of mine, and I don't think he would have wanted me to change the lyrics. So bear that in mind. What you need is a flattering mirror, a strong elixir, hangover properties, 19-year-old lovers who can stay out all night, $1 million, no strings attached. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You don't know where you can find it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Life's a luxury. What you need is a bottle of ass's milk, your very own doctor to prescribe you the blues, a brilliant career with critical acclaim, power, orgasms, riches and fame. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you don't know where you can find it. I said, yeah, yeah, yeah. Life's a luxury. Go, Stefan. Huh. Wait there. Whoa! Yeah, yeah. But you don't know where you can find it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Life's a luxury. Trip out in India, drift down the Ganges, a copy of Justine, signed by the Tsar, bag or two of Neil's purple hairs, black paper, silver mounted go-go and cars, a villa in Sydney, igloo in Alaska, a girl who would come anytime I ask her, 13 red peacocks with eyes like the sun, monogram bullets for my pearl-handled gun, a gross of Mercedes, a dozen blue poles, the flesh of my servants and the D2 souls. Wanna meet Damien Lovelock from the celibate rifles, souffle and salmon, truffles and trifles. Wait, there's gotta be more. Wait, there's gotta be more. There's gotta be more. Life's a luxury. Wow, Steph, go my friend. My Teutonic rocking friend. I just went out to get my jingle bells, of course. Where else would I go? All right, ladies and gentlemen, just preparing the next selection. All right, this is a song written by my brother and Philip Ma, and I liked it, and I did it on this album. I sort of tried to do a big one. Here we go. Stripped down to the piano. Stripped down to the piano. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, She counts up the days, ladies and gentlemen. Written by Russell and Philip Marr. At the heart of her outrage there lies a thread of tears and stories made up to satisfy her peers. And we touched a land of weeds where nothing grows, and she watched my eyes, and she knows. She says love will never stay. She looked upon our years and she counted up our days. We watched the sky last night, though the topics were alive. My fingers were obscured by the things I couldn't find. And we touched a land of weeds where nothing grows, and she watched my eyes, and she knows. She says love will never stay. And she looked upon our years, and she looked upon our days. It's all breaking up. Love will never stay. She looked upon our years, and she counted up our days. She said love will never stay. And she looked upon our years, and she counted up our days. It's all breaking up. Woohoo! All right. Oh, hello there, everybody. All right, here we go. The Amphibian. Here we go. feel like I've been stung. All the praises I've been sung, all the puppets I've hung among. Can't forget the stupid eyes, vague attempts to patronize. Very nonsense I despise by sizing up the pigsties sky. Amphibian, baby, I hardly know your name. Ever since you came in here, I haven't been the same. You've got your study method, time is up your sleeve. Old age corked inside your bottle, please wait for me to leave. Must have left my key somewhere, must have left my drink somewhere, must have left my drug somewhere, must have left my clothes somewhere, must have left my flesh somewhere, must have left my bones somewhere, must have left my soul somewhere. Don't bother to count, money's all there. 30 grand. Amphibian, baby, I've dealt with you before. Your gills and pills won't pay my bills, I'm showing you the door. The rain's beating harder, fabric that we weave cannot cover up your grotesque skin. It's time for me to leave. Up. Is that me in the photograph? It's got nothing to do with Sydney. I haven't found that number in a couple of days. It's a dragonfly. I just need some words. Well, I made this up while Rome burns. It's just chemical flames. My amp is damp while Rome burns. Wish I knew what you were looking for. Wish I knew what you were looking for. While Rome burns. While Rome burns. There you go. Oh dear, you've got to laugh. Okay, next up, Random Pan. Boy, I hope I can remember the lyrics. Times are a-comin', well I saw it in a vision, hearing evangelist sighs. Down beyond the station, yonder lies salvation in the afternoons and the skies. A child has been born, he can converse with a corn, he can understand the sadness of the trees, decipher the cicadas when his legs will take him farther. He'll be fed royal jelly from the bees. Random path, random path. They say the spirit's manifesting and the eagle has been nesting. The river's full of silverfish, the sidle waving sea of reeds where the sacred one will speak. Providence provides you with a wish, and you wish to understand. You look down at your hands, your fingers are all feathered and divine. As you fade into the darkness, all softness and the starkness as the night drains into your mind. Random path, random path. Everything is justified. Oh baby, you don't have to hurry. Everything is on your side. Oh baby, you don't have to worry. Everything is on your side. Going to the land where everybody's gonna understand that the time has come. So go and get ready. Go and get ready. Of course, I forgot to say that was centaur. There was a bit of centaur there that Stefan had stuck in. It amused him to have Pan and the centaur in one song. And that's the sort of thing you can do, isn't it? So, Stefan Horlitz playing the piano in Germany. He recorded it last week. I think he's done a bloody great job. Piano a little louder, please. Really? All right, I've knocked it up a notch. So, ladies and gentlemen, where are we? Oh yeah, I saw a guy do a version of this in Spanish the other day. I saw a guy on Facebook, he did a Spanish version of this. Some in Los Templos. It's fantastic. Okay, here we go. Pain in my temples. Go, little Stefan. Apollo and Dionysus up in the sky. The brand of contradiction makes me want to cry. For 2,000 years I've been cooling my bones, looking for a God that won't leave me alone. It's not easy to find. Should put it right out my mind. Boys, I must have been blind. It's a pain in my temple. Woo. mind. She'll put it right out my mind. Boys, I must have been blind. It's a pain in my temples. Freaky conclusions, baby, freaky conclusions, baby, freaky, freaky, freaky conclusion, freaky conclusions, baby, freaky conclusions, baby, freaky, freaky, freaky conclusion, freaky conclusion, freaky conclusion, freaky, freaky, freaky conclusion. Stefan Horlitz, a big round of applause. A big round of applause for Stefan Horlitz, also known as Fandoran. Thank you, Steph. Us another Steph, two Stephs, same world, two different Stephs. What was I going to say? He's done a great job. We're very happy. I'm going to soon, not in the too far off, I'm going to release a complete book of all my lyrics. And Fandoran, not only being an amazing piano player, he is a guy I've asked to and has written and delivered a beautiful foreword for my book of lyrics, which is mind-blowing if he had been in English, more double mind-blowing thinking English is not his first language. And it's a difficult, English has got a lot of words in it. He throws them all around with aplomb. He even knows what aplomb means, I'm sure. All right. Liquid and the moon and the sea. Liquid, soft rain was falling in the air. Liquid, soft rain was falling everywhere. She drained an ocean out of me, left me washed up in bankruptcy, like a storm far out to sea. She's gone. Liquid, soft rain was falling in the air. Liquid, soft rain was falling everywhere. She ran like water through my hands, silver drops, thirsty land, sink back into the sand. She's gone. liquid, suffering falling in the air. Liquid, suffering like sleep is in the air. Stranded on a sawtooth reef, she bled my life without belief. Just another fluid thief, she's gone. Boat goes out, surrender yours. It could be any day. The filching storm, fishermen shout. It could be yesterday. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know if I'm a clown or buccaneer. From the faintest clue to the vaguest idea, a Roman holiday. Surrender, smile, epiphany. It's almost every day. And the moon's in my head, and the sea's in my bed. Thank you, my people. Thank you, my people. I'm glad you're enjoying yourselves. Well, Stefan, we've got to do part 2 now, haven't we? By the way, anything I earn tonight, I'm sharing with Stefan. So give generously and make a school teacher rich. Here we go. So that was Liquid. Ladies and gentlemen, Goliath. You were always the favorite of all of my servants, tall as an oak when your forehead broke, revealing a head full of serpents. Oh, the silence when the smoke has blown. Ah, Goliath, let's get stoned. We're on our own. You were only saying yesterday that they'd never bring you down. You felt like a bird when that little cat purred, crashing on holy ground. Without violence, you were overthrown. Ah, Goliath, let's get stoned. We're on our own. Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me into cool pastures, lieth, Goliath. You were almost too big, too heavy to carry away. Yes, you lost your head just like they always said you would. I hope you're feeling better today. Ah, the silence when the smoke has blown. Goliath, let's get stoned. Without violence, you were overthrown. Goliath, let's get stoned. We're nearly there. Come on. Ariel, my airy spirit, where are you? Why hast thou not delivered that which thou hast promised? Yeah. Wow, what a great ending, Stefan Horlitz. You're on fire, my friend. Danke schön, my friend. He's nailing it. All right. This one, probably the most challenging thing. Probably the most challenging thing we ever did was, there's a track on Remindlessness called Some Lysergic Africa. And we're going to do it now. Our 2020 take. 2020. Because we don't have all those Abyssinian women carrying the jugs of water and all the witch doctors and the Zulus and all those weird instruments I don't even know the name of. I travel to deepest Africa in my sampler. I found Africa in my sampler. And I wrote this song. There was a critic called Toby Creswell. I'm going to give him his credit now. And he wrote a review of Hunters and Collectors. And he wrote, this was earlier Hunters, and he said, they sound like they come from some Lysergic Africa. And I was off and running. So here we go. I'm going to prepare this selection. This is not technically on the first album, but Steph thought it would be a good idea to do it. All right, start it, Steph. In some Lysergic Africa, you come back as a warrior to conquer York and Lancaster, now in Abyssinia. Man, the elephants are dead and gone, and everything's been put back wrong. Ivory and diphtheria in some Lysergic Africa. In some Lysergic Africa, you meet a tattooed wanderer, a prophet in his land and time, but also a great conjurer. Behold the wastes where once lay soil, Sodom in its grease and oil, Albert and Victoria in some lysergic Africa. In some lysergic Africa, the chief is growing drowsier. Your daughter has the sickness and nothing's getting through to her. The snow-blind jungle thaws and freezes. The monkey stops, drops and sneezes. Summer coming sorrier in some lysergic Africa. In some lysergic Africa, outside its own parameters, the slaves have been returning home after conquering America. And with their blues and Christian hands, they sink back in the desert sands. Nothing could be easier in some lysergic Africa. In some lysergic Africa, the drums are sounding earlier, calling down Baal and Zeus and some distracted Lucifer, floating down the endless Nile. Moses, don't you touch that dial. A loop around the calendar in some lysergic Africa. In some lysergic Africa, someone from Italia stumbles down the garden path and comes across the mafia already set up in the trees. Baby, can't you stop me, please? Relinquished in deliria in some lysergic Africa. Thank you so much, my people. Thank you so much. That's the end of part one. What did you think? Oh, you missed it? Don't worry, it's going to be up for a day on here, and then it's going to be up on my YouTube channel. So you never really miss it. It's around forever. It's a bleak night here in Coogee. Oh, my guitar's got water all over it. Look at this. You think I'm joking? It's fucking rained on my guitar. It's coming through the window. That's totally fucked up. Oh, wow. Fucking hell. Gee, that's a bit much. Dear Mr. Real Estate, man. 5 gallons of water just went down the guts of my fucking Guild guitar, which is worth $10 million. So, no, how long? 5 minutes, is that all I have? All right, I'm gonna do this one. My eyes went up, it was sunrise. The sky turned black, it was noon. The ship of the silverest metal shadowed out all of the moon. Truly I do love you. Truly I do love you. The shade that was golden and crimson, it in the sand like an infant. I screamed but my tongue was lame. Truly I do love you. 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 My heart's on a platter they stolen. My eyes were a fiery flame. The sound like sweet dove I stutter. And then the ship swam the stars again. Truly I do love you. 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 Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Ada Engine. Thank you, Davidson. Thank you, Trixie Dixon, Greta Nugent, Amy Fortazzi. Best one yet. Thank you, Stefan. Thank you, Stefan Horlitz. You did an amazing job. Stay tuned. More things in the works for you people to entertain you. Good night, everybody. Drive carefully.